Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System 22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Oh, we got a great one for you today. It's one of the most common hover effects you'll see. We've got an image here. When we hover over it, we can have a little call to action module or text over image if you like. When we take the mouse off, it's going to disappear. Same with this one here. Really easy to do, no coding involved in this today. It'll actually work just as well on tablet and mobile if I hit my F12 key. I'm using Google Chrome with this great inspector tools. Here we are on iPad Air. If I just roll up a bit, I've added a little bit of text there that tells them to click on the image. Once they tap on it, it's going to pop in. Once they tap on this, it's going to pop in. And of course they can hit the call to action button. Once they tap off of it, it's going to disappear again. Same thing on a phone. Here it is on the phone. Tap off, it'll disappear. Same for the bottom one here. Like I say, because it's not actually a hover effect, it's a click effect on tablet and mobile, we've just added this little click the image for more info, just to let them know they can tap on it. Whereas on the desktop, you won't see that. As you can see, or as you can't see, it's not there. Like I say, really easy to do, no coding involved. So let's get started. I'm going to enable the Visual Builder. Once enabled, let's add a new section and we'll start from scratch. I'm going to hit the little blue button to add a new section. I'm going to make mine a regular section. Inside, I'm just going to throw in 2 columns. I'm going to leave it right there for the moment. Let's delete this top section. Get it out of the way. Fantastic. Well, this will work with pretty much any module you want. I used a call to action before, but you can use anything you like and have it fade in. I guess I'll use a call to action once more. When you put it in there, it puts it in. Put your title in there, obviously. What you want the button to say. You may notice there's no button. That won't appear until we put a link in for the button. I'm going to leave mine all on the default here. And there's the content. And this is a WYSIWYG section, so you can bold, italicize, make bullet lists, add media if you want to, add whatever you want there. Down below, we've got the link. As soon as you put a link in for the button, you'll see it appear right there. And of course, you can style all these things individually. Just hit the paintbrush associated with them. It'll take you straight to the design for that thing. Title, body text. And for styling the button as well, just turn that on. You can style it how you like. Like I say, I'm going to leave mine on the default today. Okay, if we go back to the content, we were in the link. You can also put another link in for the module. So anywhere they click here, you can have a different link, or you can have the same link as the button. If you're linking to your own site, always best practice to leave it in the same window. If you're linking off-site to somebody else's, with both of these, best practice is to open in a new tab. Okay, next down we've got the background. Obviously you can change it however you wish. I think I'm going to get rid of that crazy color, put a blue in. Great. Well, let's leave that there and we'll create the hover effect. To create the hover effect, what we're going to do, and I'm sure you'll know this if you watch any of my other Divi hover effect videos, we're going to put an image behind it in the column that it's sitting in. To do that, let's go into the row, the green tab there. Got 2 columns, 1 and 2, left and right. We're in the first one here. Background's always under content. So if we go in there, you've got color, gradient, image, background video, background pattern, and background mask. And you can combine several of these if you wish. I'm going to use an image in mine. Add a background image. Let's pop that young lady in there again. Now, of course, you can't see her because we've got this on the top. While I'm actually in the column settings, I'm going to save this. I'm going to throw an image in the next one as well. If we roll back up, column 2. That way I can show you how easy it is to duplicate this effect once you've got one. Again, I'm going to hit background image. Let's put this young fella in there. Great. Well, let's actually create the hover effect. I'm going to save the column, save the row. We'll go back into our little module right here. And to create the hover effect could not be easier. What we're going to do is go over to design. We're going to roll down to filters. If we roll down a little bit more, we've got one called opacity. When you take it down, you'll see that image appears. So what we want to do is create a hover effect that has 0 opacity initially, and then 100% opacity once they put their mouse on it or click on it. Common to all Divi modules, if you hover over the dark writing within a module, you'll see some little icons appear. Go to the thing that you want to affect, in our case the opacity here, click on the little arrow. Gives you 2 tabs. Desktop is when the mouse is not on it. Well, when the mouse is not on it, we just want to see that image. Of course, you can do it the other way around if you want to, but that's not going to work too well for a call to action. Now, if we click on the other tab, hover, we want to bring it all the way back. So we're going to put it up to 100%. That's going to fade in just like that. Now with Divi, the time it takes to roll from one to the other by default is 300 milliseconds, which to me is quite quick. I like to slow it down for a bit of grace or a bit of effect. If you want to slow it down or even speed it up, we can do that over in the advanced. We roll down to transitions. There's the default 300 mils. I'm going to make mine perhaps about a second, 1000 milliseconds. That way it's a lot more graceful. If I just go back to the background, just bring up a hover, bring it back to desktop, you'll see that that takes about a second to fade in and out. And of course you can set it to however you wish. Great, well that's it. Now I'll show you how easy it is to duplicate it, and then I'll show you how to put a little notification on the top for people on tablet and mobile. So let's save our changes here, presuming we're happy with it. Remember, we've already put an image in this column over here that's blank. All we need to do, duplicate this module, drag one of them over. That's it, we've done. We've duplicated, we've got the image in there, and the hover effect's already working on that. Now, like I say, this will work on tablet and mobile just as well, but they'll have to click on it. So let's add a little notification to let them know that they can click on it. So I'm going to add a new row, little green button to add a new row. I'm going to use a single column in mine. In that column, I'm going to throw a little text module in there. Text module's down the bottom there. And let's just say, click on the image, more info. Well, of course, whatever you want to say. I'm going to slide that into the middle. We can do it here, or we can do it over in design. I'm just going to use that. I'm going to save my changes here. Then I'm going to grab that whole row. I'm going to put it on the top so they'll see it before they get to the images. Would like it a little bit closer. To make it a little bit closer, let's go into the row itself, over to design and spacing. I'm going to take a bit of the padding away. Let's perhaps use 5 pixels. I think that's what I used before. And if we hit the chain, it'll do the same for the bottom. That just brings it up a little bit closer there. Now, we don't want to see this on desktop, because on desktop, it's going to have the hover effect anyway. We just want to see it on tablet and mobile. And again, no coding involved. We can go over to our advanced tab, to visibility this time. And we can disable it on desktop. It'll kind of grey it out when we're in the editor to show you that it's not going to be there. But we want it visible on tablet and mobile. And that's really all there is to it. Let's save our changes now. We'll hit the purple button, save draft or publish if you're ready. And let's exit the visual builder. And there we are. The first thing you'll notice is click here for more info is not visible because we're on the desktop version. When I hover over, that's going to fade in nicely. Same with this one right here. Of course, they can hit the call to action button, read the text. When they're done, take the mouse off. And just to check it on tablet and mobile, let's hit my F12 key again. Here we are on mobile. We've got our click image for more info. If I click on the image, it's going to come in. They can read it. They can hit the call to action. If they click off of it, it's going to disappear. And exactly the same for the one below. Really nice little hover effect. Let's check it on an iPad. Here we are on an iPad. And if you wanted to keep them side by side on an iPad, you could use our display flex that we demonstrated in yesterday's video. So there you have it, guys. There is a very simple hover effect with no coding, but it is really effective. And like I say, this will actually work on all devices for you. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you have any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them for you, or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.